The film opens in 1988. We see a weary Lori walking down a road, holding a crown dripping with blood. She begins to speak, saying, "People always said my other name was Debt, or rather, Curse. They said that one day I'd either be killed or become a killer myself. And look, it all came true." To understand what she meant and what led to this moment, the story flashes back 2 days earlier. We're taken to Lori's high school, where preparations for prom night are underway. Lori had nominated herself for prom queen. Alongside her, 5 other girls were in the running, including the school's most popular girl, Tiffany, and her entire friend group, known as the Wolf Pack. Just as people feared wolves, the entire school feared this group. The last nominee was Christy, a girl notorious for dealing small amount of drugs both in school and around town. She had a bad reputation, and the principal wasn't too fond of her either. We're then shown Lori's classroom, where the teacher is having a discussion about the students' futures. Lori shares that she wants to become a great writer. The moment she says this, Tiffany and her clique start mocking her. Though the teacher tries to quiet them down, they continue, joking that Lori will just write the story of how her mom killed her dad. Hearing this, Lori's friend Megan becomes furious. In a sudden outburst, she slams her hand on the desk and cuts it open with a large knife, blood pouring from a wound. The whole class is horrified, but it turns out Megan did it as a prank, revenge for Lori. When everyone gets scared, she starts mocking them back. The teacher, who we learn is actually Tiffany's father, sends Megan out of the room. After class, Lori heads to the restaurant where she works as a waitress. Coincidentally, or maybe not, Tiffany and her entire group show up to mess with her. This time, Tiffany has brought along a guy friend. When Lori serves them, there's a noticeable spark between her and the boy. As night falls, Tiffany's mom reveals she bought designer dresses for Tiffany's prom. Meanwhile, Tiffany's dad tells his wife he's stepping out for work. Right after he leaves, Lori's friend shows up, desperate for a prom dress, since she can't afford one, and asks Lori for a loan. Elsewhere, a girl who deals drugs is heading back after a drop-off when she senses someone tailing her. Glancing back, she spots a man in a red robe hiding his face. Before she can react or run, he strikes her head from behind with an axe, killing her instantly. The scene shifts to morning, where Lori and Tiffany cross paths. Tiffany confronts Lori, warning her to back off in the prom queen race or face dire consequences. Lori brushes her off. Meanwhile, Flori's friend Megan visits Christy's house to score drugs, only to learn from Christy's friend that she's been missing since last night. The scene cuts to the killer, who opens a college yearbook and marks a cross over Christy's picture among the prom candidates. That night, the girls prep for prom. Tiffany's mom urges her to outshine Lori at all costs, having invested heavily in Tiffany's stunning look. Lori, on the other hand, gets ready in a simple outfit, lacking any fancy accessories. Her mom approaches, apologizing for societal stigma Lori endures because of her name. Lori reassures her, saying she's only in the prom to clear her mom's reputation. The prom kicks off, and the girls dance to win over the crowd, despite the vice principal's stern oversight. Then, Megan pulls a prank, stuffing a fake Tiffany head into a juicer, making it look like a gruesome murder. The crowd turns on Tiffany, labeling her a bully, and she's furious. Meanwhile, a girl from Tiffany's clique brings her friend to a classroom, where they find mocking posters of themselves. Enraged, she storms out to find the culprit, cursing them. When she returns, her body is a horrific sight, her intestines spilling out. As Sunny calls for help, the killer emerges, attacking her friend with an electric cutter, brutally severing both his hands, leaving them both dead. Elsewhere, Lori receives flowers and is checking them when Tiffany approaches, taunting her with cruel jabs about her mom's past. Devastated, Lori retreats to the bathroom, crying. Tiffany's friend, upset by Tiffany's behavior, follows Lori to comfort her, offering Tiffany's makeup to help her freshen up. As Tiffany's friend, Lori tries to help, but this infuriates Tiffany, who's ready to lash out at her own friend. The other girls step in to break up the fight. Later, a dance-off between Lori and Tiffany unfolds. Lori dances gracefully, while Tiffany, fueled by rage, moves so frantically that the crowd dubs it a monkey dance, mocking her mercilessly. Humiliated and now a laughingstock at prom, Tiffany's friend ditches her and approaches Lori, secretly crushing on her but never bold enough to confess. When Tiffany's friend, who helped Lori, heads to the changing room, a killer follows. Terrified, she turns to flee, only to face a second killer who stabs her in the head before she can react, revealing not one but two killers at play. Meanwhile, as Lori and the boy grow closer, Megan intervenes, sensing danger. Nervously, she reveals that prom queen candidates are vanishing one by one. As they talk, a killer stalks another room, targeting a prom queen candidate and her friend. He brutally attacks a friend's face with a machine, killing him. The girl, paralyzed with fear, doesn't know what to do. Desperate to escape, she backs away from the killer, unaware of an electrical main switch behind her. She collides with heavy wires, gets severely electrocuted, and dies within seconds. With these deaths, the killers have now taken out 4 of the 6 prom queen candidates. Only Lori and Tiffany remained alive. Megan and Lori were still discussing the disappearing prom queen candidates. Megan suggests their vanishings might be linked to the electrical main switch, hinting at Professor Sun, rumored to be a devilish figure. Lori, fed up, dismisses it as nonsense and tells Megan to leave. Already upset from earlier events, Lori's frustrated that her moment with her friend was interrupted. Though annoyed by Lori's attitude, Megan leaves and heads to the basement, where she's horrified to find 3 dead bodies. Meanwhile, Lori and her friend reach the auditorium upstairs. Before they can speak or act, the killer sneaks up and fatally stabs a boy in the head with a knife. Now targeting Lori, the killer chases her as she flees the basement, where she finds Megan, who's shaken after seeing the bodies. Desperate to survive, Lori and Megan escape through a duct and rush to prom hall to warn everyone. Lori climbs onto the stage to grab the mic, but the vice principal begins crowning her prom queen, as she won the most votes. Unfazed by the title, Lori's only concern is the danger. Before she can warn the crowd, the killer bursts in, swinging his axe and severing a man's leg, sparking chaos. Everyone scatters, and the principal tries to drive the killer off, only for the killer to retaliate by slashing the principal's hand. Now targeting Lori again, the killer closes in. Megan grabs him from behind to save Lori, but as he turns to attack Megan, Lori swiftly stabs her crown into the killer's eye. He collapses in agony, giving them a chance to see his face. The killer was none other than Tiffany's dad, their professor. Tiffany's mom, also a professor at the school, is stunned to see her husband and demands to know why he did it. He confesses that they both wanted Tiffany to be prom queen, believing only winners are remembered, so he decided to eliminate the competition. Soon, the police arrive, arrest the professor, and take an injured Megan to the hospital. They escort Tiffany home, but her mom is held back for questioning. Lori, living across the street, chooses to go with Tiffany, who's devastated and realizes her wrongs. She apologizes to Lori for her behavior and everything that happened. As they talk, they reach Tiffany's house, where she invites Lori inside, feeling scared without her parents. Meanwhile, Tiffany's mom pleads with the police to let her go home, insisting Tiffany needs her. The officer allows it, but when she arrives, she pulls a knife, revealing herself as the second killer, intent on killing Lori. Her footsteps clank against the stair railing, waking Lori and Tiffany. Terrified, they hide upstairs in a room. Lori's visibly nervous, but Tiffany seems oddly calm. Secretly, Tiffany draws a small knife, attempting to stab Lori, exposing her involvement in the plot. Lori dodges, leaping aside, but Tiffany's mom bursts in and stabs her from behind. The knife only wounds Lori, who falls but survives. Standing, Lori faces Tiffany's mom, who sneers. "You should die. Your family always steals from us. I love your dad, but your mom took him, and now you're after my daughter's prom queen title." She admits to killing Lori's dad in a rage, unable to bear him being with anyone else. Lori's stunned, realizing her mom lived under false accusations her whole life. Tiffany steps forward, telling her mom, "You got your revenge. Let me get mine." She lunges at Lori, but Lori kicks her back, sending her crashing into the stair railing. The railing breaks and Tiffany falls, impaled on a large decorative piece below, dying instantly. Enraged, Tiffany's mom's thirst for vengeance intensifies. Before she can strike, Laurie smashes a cabinet's glass, grabs a trophy, and attacks her. The blow doesn't kill her. She hurls insults and keeps coming. Laurie strikes again, shoving her down the stairs, then flees the house. In the post-credit scene, as Tiffany's mom lies dead, her blood forms a ritual circle on the floor, hinting at their involvement in black magic. The movie ends on this chilling note.